I'm Jan.
And I'm Tracy, and we are here on Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady.
And we are so incredibly happy to be able to show you this ship. Now, if you've seen our ship tours before, you're going to know that we're going to start here on the top of the ship and work all the way down to the bottom decks. And what we're also going to see is underneath Tracy and I, you're going to see a deck plan and a little red dot that will show you where we are on the ship. All right, let's go see Virgin's Valiant Lady. All right, we're going to start at the top on deck 17, all the way in the aft, and this is the perch, which is a nice little sun deck where you're going to be able to soak in the rays.
And also up here on deck 17, we have the runway. This is your running track. One lap around is about 250 meters, so about 8 laps will give you a mile. So here we are at the aft of deck 16, and this is called the Nest. So what you have here is a nice little sports bar area, lots of comfortable seating, not a lot of shade, but you do have a net like a trampoline, and you have 2 jacuzzis.
All right, so we're starting to move forward on the starboard side of deck number 16. You come by some seating. Some of the seating is all metal. It's kind of odd, kind of funky. Okay, chest is here, but back behind me you have a very small, very, very small basketball court.
And if you're ready to elevate your experience, come here to deck 16 where you can rent a cabana. The prices go between $250 to $350 a day. And here we are at the middle of deck 16, and this is a Sun Club bar where you can get a drink.
All right, so we've continued to move forward on deck 16. We just went through the smoking area, which is on the starboard side. There is an inside smoking area, which we'll show you in a few moments. But also, what is right here is the Richards rooftop. This is a special area for those who are in those special mega rock star cabins.
If you get hungry up here on deck 16, you have the Sun Club Cafe. They have a lot of interesting meal choices here.
All right, so now we continue to move aft on the port side of deck number 16. We come to the training camp. This is the outdoor physical fitness area where you'll be able to do anything from hit the bag to any type of different exercises. Don't worry, there are actually 2 areas which is part of the gym, which we'll show you in just a few moments. All right, so we've now moved down to deck number 15 here in the aft. You saw us just walk through the outdoor eating area of the Galley. The Galley, we'll call it a buffet, but not really. There's lots of different places which you can actually get food served to you. It's really loud in there, so we'll just kind of show you and we'll do a voiceover to tell you what you're eating here.
Hot Off the Press is your go-to for made-to-order sandwiches and paninis, hot, quick, and easy, whether it's for breakfast or lunch. Right next door is Noodle Around, where you can grab a fresh bowl of ramen or noodles built just like you like it. Want a taco burrito with all the fixings? Let's Taco About It is your place. Pops and Bubs handmade ice cream pops with bubbly, available in your bar tab. Then there is Diner and Dash, which is your all-day diner, eggs, breakfast plates, and comfort food whenever you want it. Now you know I love a burger, which is why the Burger Bar is my favorite space in the Galley. Right next to the Burger Bar is Well Bread, where you can get pastries in the morning and breads and light bites later. And Tap That Cold is the place for your sodas and juices. Or maybe you want a specialty coffee. Grounds Club 2 is where you will find your barista-made drinks. It is for a fee, but you can put it in your bar tab. But if you want to keep it simple, there's Tap That Hot for quick coffee and tea that is for no additional charge. Next is the Daily Mix with lighter options here like salads, soups, and yogurt, although the Burger Bar is more my style.
Gunbae is one of the specialty restaurants included on the Valiant Lady. It's tucked in by the Galley, and this Korean barbecue is a must-try. The delicious food is grilled at your table while you play drinking games with your table mates. It is one of the most enjoyable dining experiences we've had at sea.
Of course, you can get sushi and bento boxes here, all grab and go at the Bento Baby. Perfect for something quick that still feels a little different. Cookies is perfect when you're on the move, quick salads, wraps, and easy grab-and-go bites.
Once we get past the Galley, we are on one of the two sides of the gym. This is the strength side, so you're going to have all of your Nautilus machines over here.
And the port side of the ship, you actually have your cardio portion of the gym.
And now we are right in front of the well-being pool. This is a nice area on deck 15, right past the gyms, where you also have nice seating, lots of shade, and a nice bar.
So we've continued to move forward on deck 15. We come to the aquatic club, which is the main pool. Nice little area, lots of different seats around here. You also have these little cubbies on either side just in the shade. The pool, it actually at first glance looks very, very large, but actually is probably the smallest pool I've ever seen on a cruise ship, especially one that has 2,760 passengers on it. Either end is just basically a waiting area and a very small actual pool area.
And if you break a nail, don't worry about it. You can come to the tune-up for a full-service mani or pedi.
All right, so right across to the tune-up where you get your nails done, you have the scene. The scene is the special events center. Now, all the decks between 8 to 14 are all cabins. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to deck number 7, which is here up forward, which is the red room. This is the theater. You see they actually have a lot of different space. What is very interesting is that the bottom half of these seats actually folds in and actually exposes kind of a dance floor. They use this for different things such as different exercise classes, parties, other different things here that they can use this for. This is the red room.
Okay, Hey, I knew I was gonna love Virgin Voyages because they have this place called the Groupie Room, and this is where you can do your own karaoke in a private room. So in places like Korea, they have these places called Noribong. Haven't done it yet, but this is a free option that you can do, and you can rent it for like a half an hour, an hour. You can pick the songs out, and you can have your own private karaoke party.
What was really kind of neat is actually there's several different types of room. We're actually in the purple room. You can tell by the furniture, and the reason is because each of these rooms basically has different occupancies. If you just want you and your partner to come in and sing to yourself, okay, there's a room for that, as well as rooms that go up to they'll have almost a dozen people. Okay, as we move aft on deck number 7, we come to the SIP. There's lots of different things that go in here. First of all, it is kind of a much more quieter space on the ship, but not only is it a pretty nice little bar to go to, but they also have afternoon tea. That is for fees about $13, but it looks pretty nice with lots of different snacks to go along with your tea.
Up here on deck 7, as we get towards the mid, you have your future cruises area. This is where you're going to book your future cruise on Virgin Voyages.
All right, so one of the things that Virgin does is they have different names for things. For example, I'm not a guest, I'm a sailor, and you don't have shore excursions, you have shore things. If you want to book one of those shore things, you come here.
We are here on deck 7 mid, and this is called the roundabout. This is your atrium area, and it is really nice. The steps are kind of weird. They're a little bit wider, but this is where the hub of the ship meets up. And right behind me on deck 7 mid, we have the draft house. This is where you're going to have quite a few beers on tap.
All right, so did we mention that Virgin is an adults-only cruise? And nothing really probably underscores that more than what's behind me. This is where you can get your ice cream. Really a delicious, complimentary ice cream, but it's named. This is Lick Me to Ice Cream.
As we move aft onto deck 7, we are at another complimentary venue. This is the pizza place, and they have really good pizza that you can have here in the shop, or you can take it to go. And outside, there's a really nice area where you can sit outside. Plenty of shade out there. And we found out is if you walk out on deck 7, there is a full promenade that you can walk the entire perimeter of the ship, which is really nice.
All right, so if you're jonesing for your caffeine in the morning, come on down to deck number 7, all the way to the aft. You have the Grounds Club. This is where you have your specialty coffees for free.
My mic is still off, but here I'm telling you that we're at the Social Club, where you can get complimentary hot dogs and other sandwiches, as well as alcoholic drinks using your bar tab.
So just coming out of the Social Club, we get into this very small but intimate place, which is the Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon, nice little bar, a decent little seating here. It has a jukebox, looks like a lot of fun.
And for all of you kids at heart, they do have an arcade here. And the best part about this, well, there's two good things. These are all the old school games like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man and Space Invaders. But the other part of this is all free.
All right, so as we continue to move back to the aft of deck number 7, we go through a really nice, comfortable seating area and what is the dock house. The dock house is a complimentary Mediterranean tapas type place where you can get some food, and of course you can get drinks as well.
Here on the aft in 7, you have the Juicy. This is your juice bar. This is not complimentary, this is for fee.
So my microphone is on, but there's lots of music here. Anyway, this is the dock on the aft of Deck 7. It's a wonderful place where you can get a drink and snacks while sitting watching the wake of the ship.
Now, although we are here on Deck 7 in the aft, this is your entrance to the wake, which is actually downstairs on the aft of 6. This is one of your complimentary restaurants that you can reserve, and it is your steakhouse.
All right, so that's the wake. We're going to go right down to deck number 6 and continue the tour.
We're here on Deck 6 aft on the starboard side, and this is another one of your complimentary restaurants. This is Extra Virgin. We went here the first night, and the Italian food was amazing.
From the Extra Virgin, we've moved through a bunch of shopping areas where you can shop and buy anything you want almost. And we come over onto the port side here on the aft of deck number 6, and we find the test kitchen. We actually just ate here last night. Very unique. There's actually 2 menus. One is a vegetarian menu. The other is a meat menu. And they actually, in many cases, depending upon where you're sitting, they actually played it right in front of you. Very good food, very innovative in what they're doing, and a great place. Oh, by the way, all the specialty restaurants here on the ship, they're complimentary. All right, so we've now started to move forward on deck number 6. We come right by the roundabouts because it's kind of the atrium area. We come to the club on the rocks. Very nice seating here, quiet during the day, a little bit louder during the evening.
For men and women, they have grooming options here. So you have the stubble and groom for men, and you have the dry dock for women for those fancy nights that you want to get your hair done.
What better to go along with a new hairdo than a new tattoo? You can go to Squid Ink and get your own tattoo right here on board the Valiant Lady.
Here we are on Deck 6 as we move forward, and this is a casino. First of all, it's a non-smoking casino, and it has all kinds of slot machines and games of chance. This place was booming on the sea days.
All right, so provided you can navigate the mirrored labyrinth, you get to here, which is known as the Manor. This is a nightclub, but also in the mornings, this is where you have your aerobics, 80s style. Okay, so while most of the casino is actually not smoking, there is a smoking room. Well, you can come smoke and play games of chance. All right, so we've come to the third portion of the casino. This is known as the Den Casino. This is actually your high rollers. To give you an idea, on the main casino, a game of blackjack is basically $10 minimum. Here it starts at $100.
Down here on deck 5, we have sailor services. So if you have any issues, this is your guest relations area. And one of our favorite places on a ship is the spa area. This is your redemption spa. They have a full body treatments here, as they also have a thermal area, which is really, really nice.
So named after the type of ship camouflage that was used by World War I ships, you have Razzle Dazzle. This is your place. We have brunch and you have dinner, and it is American style.
And that takes us to deck 5 forward, where we do have Pink Agave. This is your upscale Mexican restaurant. This is also a complimentary venue.
All right, so that's Virgin's Valiant Lady. Go on and watch this video to continue with our adventures, and as always, keep on traveling.